Hello to everybody again. Thank you for coming back. I can see some of you are there. Um, and welcome to Afternoon Tea with me, Sandra, from Tiverton, Bead and Wool Shop. And I can just say, my God, yes, at the moment we just had the most horrendous rainstorm coming down. And I kind of thought, like, where is all this noise coming? And I stuck my head out of the window, which was not a clever idea just before filming. So I have gone all a bit kind of wet and curly. But anyway, so as I said before, thank you very much for all of you who are coming back. And hopefully, not because I don't want to see you, but because hopefully we can open the shop. So this one is our last live podcast on Friday afternoons, as I will be in the shop and I will not have time to do these chats online, as I hopefully will be very busy serving customers. Well, that's the master plan or the plan A. Yes, so how's your week been? My week been slightly different, this one, purely because suddenly the panic kicked in and it was like, oh, we do need to open the shop up again. And yes, so there's been lots of time spent tidying up, sorting things out, reordering. So I actually have something to sell. As you know, I've been kind of in a clearance overdrive in May, and we still have some things left over on a half price. But anyway, so I have cleared quite a lot, and it was a little bit of, oh my God, I need some stock, and I need it now. So yeah, so that's kind of been going on. It's like today, a very, very exciting morning. I've been cleaning, dusting, and I cannot understand where the dust comes from because in the shop, the windows are closed, the doors are closed. The only person moving in there for an hour or so is me. And oh my God, having said that, it is 3 months. And that's bearing in mind that in the center, the furniture, and there's some areas which I did cover up, like we had this kind of mausoleum or old country house on a holiday feel, covered up. But yeah, so that's all off now, and the windows are in, freshly decorated, and yeah, so that has been taking quite a bit of time because everything goes kind of. I forget how to do things. Do. Do you have this feeling that it's just been like a week, but I've just been looking back on when we started the podcast, and I thought like, oh my God, is that project when I haven't even finished when we started the podcasting and things. So today I thought would be quite interesting to look back what has happened, because in the end of the day, it is from 24th of March when we were told to close the shops. So it is 24th of April, 24th of May. So it's nearly 3 months. It's unbelievable. And I remember the first week when I was off, the plans we had, we will do around the house, the cleaning I will be doing, the maintenance, the gardening, grand plans. Project this, I will be knitting this, I will be doing this, I will be doing this, I will be doing this. Oh, I have to do this. 3 months later, oh, is it 3 months? Don't you have that feeling? I definitely do. And yeah, so the first things first, I will get it out of the way and then we can talk about nice knitting things. Well, it is a nice thing. The shop will be opening, but again, for those of you who are watching me on a regular basis, you know that's it's a regular, I'm coming back to it. But this time we have put some information as well on our website, what will happen when the shop is open. And I hope on Monday I will have a chance to film a video or just to show you the procedure, how it will happen in the shop. And the first things first, we will be opening, and these hours will be open for review every week, right? So every week we will come back to it, and now so follow the. If you are coming into shop, please follow the website and Facebook where we will try to put on, but don't look on the standard. Look on our posts. Don't look where the the Facebook shows like where the shop is open or not, and that is stupid because I can permanently close it. I can't adjust or temporarily close the shop. There was something like, let's not go into this. So, right, shop opening hours. The first week from the 16th of June will be 10 till 3. I will see how it goes. If I do need to close for half an hour lunch, then I will put announcements or something, because normally I was just munching my sandwich in between the customers, but I will see how it works this time, because I don't want people to stand outside and I will just lock the door and eat my lunch. So that's just doesn't work very well, does it? The other thing is there will be restrictions, and the final decision is there is two options for you. The first option is there will be table near door. You can ask for over-counter service. You tell me what you want. I will bring it to you or take it to you. You can look at it and say, yeah, one of them, or none at all, or whatever, and pay. We still will take cash. We prefer card payments, and there will be no minimum on the card payments. Preferably contactless, obviously, but we still will take cash if that's what you would like. And yeah, so there will be hand sanitizer available for everybody, and as well, if you wish to proceed to browsing, there will be a notice kindly asking you not to touch products you do not wish to purchase, or otherwise only touch the products which you consider purchasing. The one thing is, you think like, I like that. You shop with your eyes. You think like, oh, I like that. Then you touch it and you think like, well, no, I don't like that. So that is obvious that will happen. One person per floor, as we have 2 floors, bead floor and yarn floor. One person per floor at the time, because otherwise there could be a lot of, we have quite, even though the shop is quite large, we will have one-way system, and there is no way you can pass each other if you want to go back. We're asking you not to bring friends and family members with you, because again, it is overcrowding the shop. The same applies for children under 14. The children under 14 will not be let in the shop until social distancing measures are not relaxed, purely because they are not the ones which will be buying, with a rare exception that it is a young crafter. But as a general rule, no under 14s, because they are just dragging themselves around. They touch things even without thinking about it. They lean against things and all the rest of it. I want to try to keep the environment as safe as possible for the next shopper who comes in. And somebody I met on the street, and one of my customers, and she said, oh, well, people will not like that. Well, I might be jumping the gun, but I think if you don't like these rules, you can go to another shop. There will be very, very similar rules imposed. And if they don't, then my question is, how safe is that environment? So which one would you choose? Stricter rules and safer environment, or free for all and see what happens? So that's the thing over and done with. I'm not talking about opening shop ever again. You listen to this. And I consider, and I thought like they actually looked quite pretty. Sadly, the book is already in the shop because I put it in the window and I was pricing them up. But because these two I was putting online, and yeah, that's why they are at home. So 2 new patterns for babies, for baby blankets. I must admit my only criticism is about size of the printed pattern. I would have preferred if the patterns would be a standard A4 size, purely because to display this, can you see how small it is? I mean, the print inside the pattern, right? Its printing size of the print is okay. You can read it without any struggles, but it's like this one is nearly a booklet, right? And I can't see why it would be so much easier and so much nicer and better displayable. Oh, I have unstable connection. Are you seeing me? Can somebody please put thumbs up or something? Can you hear me? Or comment? Oh, it seems like the no nasty sign disappeared, so hopefully I'm back. I'm ranting too much. But that would be my only criticism about those patterns. Other than that, one is crochet, one is oh yeah, thumbs up, thank you. So you can hear me for that. And this one is knitting. And it's boop heap, it's standard DK, so you can obviously do it in other yarns. And the price of the pattern, as these ones are at home, I have no idea, but they are online already. So those ones I quite like because that's a good complement to existing range. And the book which I'm missing is actually for the new West Yorkshire Spinners baby yarn, which is called Pure Boop Heap, which is 100% wool. It's a bit on the steep side of, oh, don't get me wrong. I think the price is right for the product, but it is a bit on the steep side. So patterns I have bought because you can knit it in any double knitting. And if there will be a request, then obviously I can get a yarn in as well. But again, you can knit the beautiful kind of vintage style baby patterns in a standard DK because the book is really lovely. The other one, which I actually forgot to show you last time, because this one came with the Shepherds delivery, with the nice cotton. I ordered just to look through this book. And I have seen these yarns last year at the trade show. And this one is a loopy yarn from Iceland. And as Icelandic yarns, they are proper what I call woolly wool. It's not this nice, soft, gentle. It's a proper woolly wool. But the price is really, I would say, reasonable to compare with other brands. So this book, I just thought, like, I want to see how they look, how their patterns are written, and how they do the construction. And the book is actually very, very nice. And there's, oh, this cardie, which is on the back. Can you see this funny thing? This one is such a great fun because you have cardigan, which is like two sides, two separate cardigans. And I think they have buttons in the front and buttons in the back. So you can button up the front and the back, which I thought is quite cool and interesting idea. There is a lot of standard Norwegian, Icelandic. Look at those lovely mitts. Most of it is Fair Isle. Most of it is knitted on the round. And there is something which I really, really like. There is a little girl's cardie, this one. Look at that. But this one is stick. It's all knitted in one and then cut up. And I really would like to try that technique. I've kind of been aiming for it for a while, but I have never finished the projects which are supposed to be sticking. So yeah, so this book I kind of ordered as a lookbook with a meaning that if I like the book, I would consider getting the loppy yarns in for autumn, because at the moment, really, we don't want to knit in such a heavy and I mean, the wool is nice. Once it's knitted up, it's really hard wearing and really, really nice. But that's something for autumn to think about, which I forgot last time. Now then, let's have a drink because as I'm getting dry. And now, like, how many projects did you finish in the last 3 months? I know, thank you, Rona, for sending in your pictures. Thank you very much for them. I really enjoyed it. And I have put some on our Facebook page. Thank you for that. And yeah, how many projects have you done? Other of you, how many projects have you finished? And I started to look back through to my afternoon teas. And I realized that there will be projects from this lockdown which will never get finished. There are projects which I have found which I would love to finish, and the first one not finished. And there will be somebody, I think, from you who is watching who did get the yarn to do the cushions, will be back. And as soon as the shop opens, possibly, and telling me off for persuading her to buy it. But it's not me. No, I really like those cushions from West Yorkshire Spinners, which was the crochet along. But there is the 2 squares, which are supposed to become not a cushion, but my summer bag, which will never happen. So it's this one kind of bites the dust, I think. I might use, what can I use the squares for? What can I use the squares for? This one is actually, I really like this square but it's very textured, so I can't use it as a coaster or, no, can I use it as a coaster if my cup doesn't fall over? So it's all right. So I will find a use for them. But this one, sadly, bites the dust. I didn't enjoy doing the colored crochet. So there. Then the other one, which I just looked up, and according to my dates on Instagram posts, when did I start to do the I-cord for this one? That's the Stephen West, my first version of Fantastage shawl. And the I-cord cast off, I'm trying of 4 days. And according to my Instagram post, I think, unstable connection. I better don't even try to attempt the Instagram post. So basically, I think it was 29th of March when I posted where I started to do the cast off, the I-cord. And I remember it took me 2 nights to finish the cast off on this one. And this one was the small version. And again, coming back to the first, so this one is one of the projects I managed. I didn't start it during the lockdown, but I managed to finish during the lockdown, in the first weeks of lockdown. And possibly you have seen this one on afternoon teas as many times as possible. But the other one, do you remember those? We did knit socks together for 2 weeks, didn't we? Have you finished yours? Have you done yours? Please, done this. This one actually worked. Having said that, I have done this sock, which I finished then, and I haven't started the other one, but I have the yarn and the needles, everything put in there. So this one is to finish, to make another sock. I hope I don't need bed socks till next winter, but so that's it. So those ones, there should be, I think there was the beginning and the stem, then was the heel flap and gusset. Yeah, there should be like 4 afternoon teas that we were kind of doing the sock. Yeah, so you need to look back on some of the, then I think somewhere down the line I have showed a project, and as you can see, they are not, oh God, this unstable, I think it's the thunder which is doing it. So if I'm gone lost, I'm sorry about it. It's not my fault. It's the thunder which is going around. So which one is the right side? This one is the right side. So this one should be really lined of shawl come wrap. And that one is, that one will be finished. Not in this lockdown. And hopefully we don't have any more lockdowns, so we will not be talking about it, and we will not have any more live afternoon teas, 3 o'clock. Yeah, and then, oh, there was this one which I unearthed. Well, that's, you see, there's good things coming from the bad things and so on. When I was looking for the yarn for those squares to do my summer bag, I remembered I had this yarn, and this one I seriously want to finish because I have the back ready, even though it should be long sleeve jumper, and it's cotton and mostly cotton. I think it's 80% cotton with a bit of glitz. Can you see just a gentle shimmer? No, you can't see that shimmer there on the camera, but this one I just need to finish. See the top part. See, I have already V-neck nearly there. I just need, I think, a couple inches. And I seriously want to finish, and I will wear it as a pull on like a vest top or something like that with vest top underneath. Hopefully, we will still have some warm days coming. So this one again found but not finished. But this one, at least I have unearthed it, and it's on my to do, in my to do pile, like that. Oh, what else I have done during the lockdown? Well, this one, it's going bigger and bigger. This is the second version of Stephen West's Fanta Stitch. The small version finishes there and then starts edging. And now I have got to the point when I have one more return row to do and I can start edging. I seriously wanted to get to the edging to show you that I have done something reasonable this week. But after this, the last row is quite a large increase row. And I have gone from 500 something stitches to I should have now 767 stitches on these needles. And guess what? I'm not. I seriously object to counting them. Last time I counted, it was somewhere in this pattern when there was something not happening, and I thought, like, why doesn't it happen? I'm like one stitch short. And then I realized somewhere accidentally I have knitted two stitches together, and I just made one stitch up like you do. But that was only because it didn't work. So at the moment I've been on the straight lines, and that doesn't let me know, am I on the right count of stitches? And I'm just thinking, do I count it or I just start the border? And if it doesn't work, I will just lose one or find one if necessary. Because the trouble is, if you need to count 767 I need, count them. You can guarantee that these 20 minutes you're sitting there like, somebody will ask you a question or the phone rings or something happens and things like that. So I'm not counting. And the other trouble is I have kind of, I'm back on my kind of saying that is all the yarn I have left. And somewhere in the middle there, I did weigh the ball before I started, the row and back. And then I weighed after the two rows, and I thought I need between 5 to 6 grams of yarn for the return rows. At that point, I thought, like, somehow I divided and it seemed like I have plenty. And at the moment, I'm starting to worry a bit because, of course, I didn't take into account that those rows were 500 something stitches, and now I have 767, hopefully. So that's like a 50% more. So I will need more than 5-6 grams of wool for a turned row. So, well, what is the worst case scenario? If I run out of wool, I know the pattern says how much I need for the I-cord. If it, just to do it in bright red, maybe not. But do you know what I mean? I could do like a gold or silver I could. Oh yeah, actually that wouldn't be a bad idea. If I run out, can you see? Oh, the thread is kind of this one, which is the glitzy cotton. That wouldn't be bad as edging, wouldn't it? Yeah, problem sorted. I will just need like 25 balls of it to do the I-cord. And how to do the I-cord? Don't ask me because honestly, I don't remember. You need to go on Stephen West's YouTube channel, and he actually has very, very nice. I think the video is like 4 minutes long, 5 minutes long, and it shows you exactly what you need to do. So I found it very, very useful because I have never done it before. So yeah, so I'm nearly on my finishing lines. And to be honest, I really like how the colors, can you see how the colors are changing? Using the two contrasting rows, not rows, Rico Cotton Degradé. So I have all from bright minty green and purpley grey going through the sandy color, and now I have blue and turquoise and going into the rust, one bowl going into rust, another one going into white. So yeah, so I'm quite pleased with the overall look. But if the last one I could pin down and block on our little snooker table, I don't think this monster will go on a snooker table. Because look, I'm trying, because I have so many stitches, I'm holding on to the needles, but this is the center of the shawl, right? The outer edge is on the needles, but can you see it exceeds the length of the shawl already exceeds by that much. Can you see how huge it is? It's lovely. I think I will really like, and I mean, my main aim with this one was that I can wear it for the shop opening. But I think, judging that the last one took me 2 days to do the I-cord, so this one I expect I-cord. Yeah, so that will not be happening by Tuesday, won't it? Because realistically, the 500 something rows, if it was knit row, I could do it in 20 minutes. If it was slightly a bit more complicated, like purl row, and there was something to slip or some other stitches to do, it took me exactly half an hour a row. So now on the 700 something, I think it will be like 45 minutes a row, and I have 24 rows plus I could to do. So I'm bracing for another week of knitting. But I really enjoy this one. Like I say, I'm doing the second one from the same pattern, which is very unusual. Anyway, on the other note, as I said, this one is hopefully the last one, that we will not be sent back to lockdown again, not in the nearest future. And don't forget that despite the restrictions, despite what's going on, the high street needs you. Not only the wool shops, your shoe shops, any small retailer, including newsagents, including bakeries, corner shops, and everybody. We do need you. We need you to come back. We need you to go out and spend money, because you have saved a lot for not going out and spending money. And hopefully we will soon be back to normal. Yeah, and despite restrictions, please kind of plan your journey. Do one day a shop. Don't plan once to come into town and do the round around everywhere. It will take you all day to go to 3, 4 places because the waiting will be everywhere. I'm getting used to it. It's like post office, banks, bakery, corner shop, everywhere. You have to wait and respect that there is a limited number of people. So just do one shop or 2 shops a day. But do go out If you can, obviously, if it's safe for you. If it's not, don't. But do go out and do enjoy the high street if the weather allows. Do buy your takeaway coffee from the small coffee shops which are trying to do the takeaway service and everything. Do not go out to queue on certain chain takeaway because Tiverton even hit the local area news with our queues for certain takeaway outlet, which was horrendous. Apparently, 3 to 4 hours to queue to get a takeaway. Don't do that because I can guarantee you that there is no small retailer where you need to queue for 3 4 hours. I wish I would be the place next week where you need to kind of. I should give you a ticket number. Come back like 3 o'clock. Oh, talking of coming back, because there are so many restrictions, and because I know some of you are actually sheltering, shielding, and doing all sorts of these things, or you don't feel comfortable to go out, please use after hours private shopping bookings. I was considering to put it online, but online to do the booking online, it kind of becomes very restrictive. But please send me text message or Facebook message if you need private shopping time. And that I mean every day from 3 o'clock. Ideally, like 10 past 3, you can book your appointment like 3 o'clock is plus minus 10 minutes and tell me, let's say, what you estimate that you will need half an hour or hour and book your time. That means the shop will be yours. You don't need to worry about other people coming in. If you don't want me near you can tell me that you just want to do your own looking. Again, obviously, the same rules apply. Please don't touch unnecessary and all the rest of it. But please use that service if you really are afraid and you don't want to go out when other people. Same applies if you would like to bring your elderly mum or somebody, or it applies actually if I had somebody contacting me who has a daughter who is under the 14 and she has just learned knitting and crocheting and she needs some time. I don't want to do it during the opening hours, but when we are closed, book your personal shopping time and do come in and don't feel that you obviously you have to buy something. Obviously, I want you to buy something, but don't feel that you are under pressure. But please message me. You can do it 3 o'clock on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday if you wish. But it has to be booked in advance. And once it's booked, then you will need to wait for the next available slot. On that note, thank you very much for all of you who have come back week after week, patiently watching me ranting, subscribing to my channel. Actually, we have reached over 5. I know it's not much in a grand scale where people have millions of followers, but for me as a little shop, over 500 subscribers to the channel. I'm quite pleased with it. So obviously, if you like and you would like me to come back and show you maybe now things from the shop, which will not be live, but we still would like to every week put things on. Yeah, please subscribe so then you will have and put notify when things come on and see what happens. So we're kind of now strolling into the new future. And don't forget to watch the second part, me and Nick Nottingham ranting together. So yeah, so that was quite interesting experience. Again, something different, which I never thought I will do, is kind of video chat online with another wool shop owner. Yes, so enjoy your weekend. I'm off to have my glass of wine. I will think about you all. And I really, really hope on Tuesday I could have had a champagne party for everybody, balloons and party and cake. We can't have it. But one day we will. On that note, see you all soon, subscribe, and take care of yourselves. Bye.